This is a pre-episode 25, so I only watched up to episode 25 for making this video, and this is what I'll be going off to determine it. Once I finish Death Note, I'll make another video going over Who's Smarter again. And just before I start this video, a little disclaimer. Intelligence is it's like talking about music. It's just such a big field, such a big criteria, and intelligence can be measured in many different ways. So take this with a grain of salt, because this is just my personal opinion. Sorry, this is just a little informal video, so please do not criticize me too much. I just wanted to get this video out here so I can focus on other projects. So L. So let's start off with L. L is American, and why is this important? So you might be wondering why or how is this important, but essentially when L took the entrance exam to get to light school, he scored a 100%, and I mean, it's just a little feat, because imagine having to, I don't think many people realize having to take another test. This isn't your entrance level basic first year Spanish, Chinese, French test they'd make you take in high school, or even if you stick through all 4 years, or an AP test. This is in the native Japanese language, and as an American speaker, as an English speaker, Asian languages in general are pretty hard to learn. I believe there's 4 tiers. First tier is Spanish, and then third tier is more European Slavic languages, and Asian languages like Japanese typically fall around the 4th tier. So this very impressive feat overall, and again, I was able to score 100 on that. Just wanted to remind y'all that English is his first language, not Japanese. Another impressive feat that L was able to pull was determining Kira's location from the whole world to just a little area in Japan, and he was able to do this with the broadcast. He banked on the fact that Kira would be a little dumb and arrogant, and it paid off. This wasn't really luck. This was the luck did play a role, but we'll get into that, because I don't feel L is more lucky. He's more logical, statistical, and he doesn't take many risks. Although his methods of extracting information are unethical, he does it because he needs evidence to convict Kira, and as we know, L struggled a lot with this because it's a supernatural object. Another thing I want to talk about that it's not correlates to L's intelligence, but just what he can do is his funds. L has crazy funds. I believe he was able to buy out and make a 20-foot apartment complex with a helicopter landing pad on it, and that is just so crazy. And he was able to pay that, and he wasn't even stressing about having to pay for that. So just crazy funds in general. Also, I want to say that L is top 3 detectives in the world, and what I mean by this, he's the first, second, and third detective in the Death Note universe. That's just crazy to me. Also, there's a lot of feats that come outside of the anime source, like light novels, so I'll use that after I finish Death Note. Spoilers. L's death, the only reason, in my opinion, L died was for plot. L essentially was about to get evidence towards Kira and Light, but he died for Rem writing his name in the Death Note down, which that's because Light basically manipulated Rem into doing it. And I'll get into that later, but I mean, even though how smart he is, you cannot outplay that. You cannot outplay the supernatural. You cannot outplay literal gods of death. that you knew exist, but you didn't know their capabilities. And not only that, it was hinted at that L was already questioning the rules in the Death Note, so he knew that one of the rules is fake, that being the 13-day rule, that if the user does not write the person's name in the Death Note, that user will die. He was already questioning that, and he was about to test out the Death Note for himself, and for that he got killed. This is just a quick summary of L's feats and a little summary of L as a person. If I missed any big feats, please let me know in the comment section. Next up, we have Light. Light was also able to score a 100 on that written exam, although Japanese is his native language. He also knows English, I believe, and I can't recall if he knows other languages, but I know he has a good knowledge of English. He is the top student of Japan. And sorry, I just want to talk about how lucky Light is. So first off, let's just talk about how lucky, how like big of a pawn Misa Misa was in his plans. So Misa Misa just allowed Light to do so much more in the Death Note verse. If Misa Misa wasn't an option, I'll talk about like one of Light's biggest feats for me. But if Misa Misa wasn't, and keep in mind Misa Misa had the Shinigami eyes, she could not use it to get L's name to Light, but Misa Misa was able to get Shinigami eyes, and not only that, Light made Misa get the Shinigami eyes again, cutting her lifespan down to 25%, which then Ram started stressing about. Misa Misa was just totally lucky too, because how in the world did she get a Death Note? She is pretty smart. I'd say she's like maybe top 10 in the Death Note verse. For sure top 10, but like maybe around like the top 5 range, honestly, because her plan to expose the Yotsuba guy was pretty great. Rem's personality is also lucky. That Rem loved Misa Misa so much to the fact that they will die and kill themselves for Misa Misa, which if that wasn't the case, Light's plan would not have worked and he would have to done something else. But he banked on the fact that Rem loved Misa Misa, and they are more of a not passive, but more of a different type of Shinigami than Ryuk. Now, Light, one of Light's biggest feat, in my opinion, was that he was able to track down the Yotsuba. That Yotsuba had connections with Kira, and this was through their stocks constantly rising, which sounds bad, but nobody in the verse, even I don't believe Al recognized or realized, but maybe he did. That's not important, but Light was able to deduce that by himself, which I feel like many people would, but that's just I don't want to downplay Light. I don't want to seem like I'm downplaying Light, but he was able to determine that. And another thing is Light's creativity and adaptability. Whatever Light's like a cockroach. Whatever like situation he is in, he'll adapt to it and he will abuse it. So, with that being said, this is just through episode 25. I just wanted to say, my opinion, the smartest character compared. The thing for me that makes me push L more than Light / Kira is that Kira depends too much on luck and the supernatural, while L more grounded in reality and more logical thinker. Did die, but plot reasons he was about to catch Kira. Let's be so honest, everybody. I mean, I'm like, L was on the steps to deduce that Misa is the second Kira, I believe, and the power of the Death Note. So overall, I think L personally, before episode 25, is smarter, but we'll get into that. We'll get into this topic again after I finish Death Note. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that. Are interested, please like, sub, and comment. If you disagree with me, please comment down below. Keep in mind, this is only up till episode 25. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Stay hydrated, and I hope to see you in the next video.